Hello everyone, it is Ivorverse and welcome back to another episode of Boom Beach. And one of the things that I absolutely love about Boom Beach, and that is something I cannot get over with, that is the part that Supercell, the developer of Boom Beach, always really tries very hard to bring us with new interesting content that makes the game better than it already was. Because let's be fair here, I love Boom Beach, I really love Boom Beach. I love Boom Beach honestly more than Clash of Clans, because Boom Beach is just my kind of thing, you know. And it's not because I'm speaking for the Boom Beach community, no, I really genuinely like logging onto the game and actually do my stuff onto Boom Beach. So whenever there's changes happening into the game, I generally get very excited about the stuff that's happening into the game. Now, about a month ago, you guys recall, obviously, that the Boom Beach update was there, which gave us the Scorchers and the buffed up Grenadiers and so on and so forth. And considering it's already been a month like that, I think it's about time to already take a look at the next update, as Supercell just posted a notification on every social media like Facebook, Twitter and the forum, explaining that there's going to be some changes happening in the way Dr. Terror is currently being done. And it's going to be really interesting. I'm going to cover everything with you guys, so let's bring up the notification right now. Commanders, brace yourself. We're going to shape up the current event system, also known as Dr. Terror, in the next update. They're going to be switching the way Dr. Terror is done. Now, you can read it for yourself, but in short, basically what Supercell said was this. Doing Dr. Terror 2 times a week for 20 stages is just a little bit too long, because I know the feeling. If I'm on Terror stage number 12, I already start with recharging my troops, and sometimes I can make it up to Terror stage number 17, 18, and sometimes even 19. That's a little spoiler for the next Boom Beach episode of Dr. Terror. But what I'm trying to say is, essentially, some of you guys are gonna be busy with Dr. Terror the entire day before you're actually done. And that is a little bit too long. I definitely agree with Supercell's statement there. And also another thing which they don't state down there, but they're also pointing out the fact that they want to be adding new events to the game. But another point which I think is very important is that the Island edition of Dr. Terror is on Wednesday, and the Volcano edition is on Saturday, and that cannot be changed. You cannot, like, some people won't have the ability to log onto Boom Beach on those days because they got like school and working days, or they just really cannot because they got their own activities. So what Supercell came up with is a rotating schedule, like a flexible schedule, in which they're going to be doing like Island Dr. Terror, Volcano Dr. Terror, and some other sort of new event. And they actually came up with a little spoiler about this logo that you guys are seeing in the screen right now. I literally have no idea what it means. All I can say, it looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, it looks really great. That's all I can say about it. But they're going to be adding a new update into the game. Now, you guys are probably curious about how is this going to be affecting Dr. Terror, because Dr. Terror from here on out, starting the next update, not quite yet, is going to be only 7 stages. Now, obviously what they're going to be changing is the loot, the Power Stone chance, and the difficulty. And I'm just going to read it out for you guys, so that way there's no confusion about that whatsoever. For the loot, we're changing the loot curve to give more loot in the early Terror stages than it currently gives, but a bit less in the later stages. I don't know how I feel about that yet. And then for Power Stones, they're saying it will still remain the same as in the guaranteed crystals that you're getting for completing all of the days, but it will be day 1 and day 4 combined. So day 1 and day 4 is going to be Island Dr. Terror, day 2 and day number 5 are gonna be Volcano Dr. Terror, and you guys will still be getting 4 guaranteed crystal for completing all of the days together. So that is just the same way as it always has been. That is a great thing as well. Then difficulty, they're saying stage number 1 and stage number 7 of the new Dr. Terror will be about the same difficulty as the current stage number 1 and stage number 12 of the current Dr. Terror. And respectively, the difficulty increase will be bigger than before because there's only 7 stages. So essentially you are basically getting a mini Dr. Terror kind of event, which is still about as difficult as your regular Dr. Terror is, just more often. And I think that is great, really, because there's literally nothing more frustrating than going onto Boom Beach and see your base getting wrecked, and all of your loot that you earned by doing Dr. Terror is going to be gone just because you didn't have the time to actually use all of the loot on the buildings you wanted to be using them on. So I think in that essence is definitely going to be making the game a little bit better. They also say, like, now before all hell breaks loose, we know this will reduce the loot potential on Wednesday and Saturday and probably change the way how you play, but I hope it will change for the better after getting used to it. So, you know, they're saying like it will be getting better after time. I think that it is. Loot will be more evenly distributed throughout the week, and new events will also give some pretty cool stuff. Now, talking about the new events, I literally got no idea what they're talking about. I'm honestly really curious. If you guys got any suggestions or things you think there are gonna be, make sure you leave it in the comment section down below, and see in a couple of months that you were right about it or anything like that. So this was everything about the Dr. Terror change that they're going to be adding into the game. It is really cool that they want to be making a schedule for 6 days, because that means that day 7 of the week is going to be day 1, and so on and so forth. So that way everybody will have a chance equally to do the events they want to be doing, and it will just make the game a lot more fun. It will give everybody reason to log into the game and actually be active onto Boomich. And I also think, and this is just a thing, a side note I want to be leaving on, I think it's really great that they are distributing the loot, because that will allow us to actually upgrade our defenses without having to worry too much, if that makes any sense. It will be a little bit harder for the bigger upgrades, that's something I'll have to fully admit, but I think it is nice in return as well. So yeah, you know, this is everything that I just wanted to say for myself. I just really am curious about what you guys have to say about this, because this is going to be a big change. This is going to be a game changer into the game, essentially, because it's going to be affecting the way entirely about how we know Boomich as it is right now. So I'm really curious about what you guys have to say, and as always, make sure that if you guys like this video to boom, give it a thumbs up. Next episode is going to be Dr. Terror. Make sure you guys are on the lookout for that, because that episode is pretty epic. It's pretty long as well, but it's pretty epic. So yeah, that's up next. And yeah, as always, this has been Reversal for Boomich. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.